Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our top 10. So, joining me for this one, first returning guest, this is Mike from Cinema Axeman.
Hey guys, and hey Andy, thanks for having me on.
No problem at all. So, this is the series usually where I ask the guest to pick an actor, but this was just an off-the-cuff thing, wasn't it, between us both? And I said, I fancy doing Michael Keaton. Do you want to join me for it? So I picked Michael Keaton for this one, so Mike kindly agreed to join me. We were out and about, and the idea at the weekend, and the idea just came to my mind, and Mike wanted to join. So we're going to do our top 10 Michael Keaton movies. Now I know he's one of our favorites. Like, he's one of our go-tos for both of us. We absolutely love him as an actor. Yeah. He's just, I get excited when a new movie with him comes out. Like modern times, like I love his work. But we're gonna go through our top 10 favorite Michael Keaton movies. So as always, Mike, I always ask the guest, do you have any honorable mentions that didn't quite make your top 10?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did write them down. Let me just get them up. I've only got 4. So my first honorable mention, early comedy from him, and that's Mr. Mum, where he kind of has to really he's like sort of becomes like this stay-at-home dad for his kids. I think it's written by John Hughes, that film, if I'm not mistaken. That's a pretty funny film, but it doesn't quite make the list. Next honorable mention is Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm not like the biggest fan of like the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, but I think one of the best things about that movie is Michael Keaton in it. I just think he's just a great villain, and it's always great to see him do more like villainous roles. That's my next honorable mention, Spider-Man Homecoming. Next honorable mention is Desperate Measures with him and Andy Garcia. That's just a cracking little thriller where Andy Garcia Michael Keaton's like a convict, and Andy Garcia needs him for like I can't quite remember if it's like an organ transplant or like I think
it's like his son's got like a rare form of bone cancer, and the only blood match is Michael Keaton, who's like a serial killer.
And he just proves to be like the most difficult donor ever. Like he's just like, oh, this is my opportunity to like break free. But cracking little thriller. And then my last honorable mention is a movie that it's kind of a cheat, this film, because he's not really in this movie, but he's like the narrator, and I think he's uncredited, but it's a movie called Inventing the Abbots. It's got Joaquin Phoenix and Liv Tyler in it. Like a coming of age drama from the 90s. I think it's a pretty underrated film, but he plays like the narrator in that film. Those are my 4 honorable mentions.
That's one I've never seen. It's been on my radar, but I've never seen it. But I need to give it a go. So my honorable mentions, I've got about 7 or 8 for me. Didn't quite make it. The first one, Spotlight.
Oh wow,
really good film, but again, it didn't make it for me just because there's such an ensemble cast in that movie. Everyone's great in it. It's just loaded with talent, that film. Well, I do like. It's not one I rewatch a hell of a lot just because of the subject matter. It's not like I can just put that on a Friday night type of movie. For me, it just isn't that, but it's still a great film. Still a great film. The Dream Team didn't make it for me. That's a fun comedy from the late 80s. Desperate Measures, one you mentioned. More of a recent one, Goodrich. I really enjoyed that one. I thought that was pretty good. Beetlejuice. I know a lot of people seem to either like that movie or hate it, and I really liked it. I had fun with it. Not as good as the original. Mr. Mum as well didn't make it on my list because that's like a stepping stone movie for him. I think that was like it just showcased what he was going to be, I think. Gung Ho as well. That's a good little like work union type comedy movie. And Night Shift from the early 80s, I think, with Keaton, and I think Henry Winkler's in that as well.
Henry Winkler,
But that's a fun comedy. But those are all my honorable mentions anyway.
Cool.
So yeah, we'll kick it off with your list then. So your number 10.
Yeah, okay. So my number 10. Yeah, so this is a movie. I don't actually own this one because it's quite hard to find. I think there might be an American Blu-ray. But yeah, it's just not one I have in the collection, but I need to get it. It's a movie you have mentioned in your honorable mentions, and it is Gung Ho.
Gung Ho, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, like you were saying, it's sort of like this he's like he works in like this car plant in like I think it's like Pennsylvania or something, and it's shut down, and he gets like this Japanese company to basically take it over, and they agree to do it. But when they come over, they start sort of bringing some of their morals and like their ethics into the workplace, and it kind of clashes with like the American workers who work there, and Michael Keaton has to play sort of like he's like the in-between guy who's trying to like, just be on both sides, basically, like sort of, all of his mates who are like all the American workers, but then also trying to appease these new Japanese owners. And yeah, it's a movie that I didn't think I mean, when I saw it and like I read the premise, I was like, it doesn't really sound that interesting, but yeah, to my surprise, I had a lot of fun with it. Just think it's a really, really enjoyable comedy. I think Michael Keaton's on pretty top form. And I think the story is fairly interesting, even though I didn't think it would be when I watched the film. It's an early Ron Howard movie as well. I think I don't know if I think he'd only done like 1 or 2 films prior to that, but yeah, I just think it's a really solid film and a very underrated comedy from the 80s. So yeah, that's my number 10. That's Gung Ho.
Yeah, I always pigeonhole that with like Mr. Mom and another one that I forgot to mention for an honorable mention, Johnny Dangerously.
Oh yeah.
That's always like I always pigeonhole those like 3 movies together for some reason because they're just early Keaton.
Yeah, he did like a handful, didn't he? I think another one was Touch and Go.
Touch and Go.
Yeah. He just did like and what was the other one? I think it was called The Squeeze. I think.
Yeah, there's is it One Good Cop as well? Like
One Good Cop. Yeah. I remember that one. Yeah,
picture like pigeonhole those together, but
yeah, no. I think of those like 80s ones, like that one's my favorite, Gung Ho. I don't know what it is about it. I just find it to be a very enjoyable film, and I think probably out of all of those comedy films he did in the 80s, probably one of the better made ones for me. So yeah, that's my number 10.
Yeah, he's the best thing about that film for me. I think. We'll go. Yeah. Yeah, my number 10 is one from the early 90s. I think this came out in 94. But yeah, this has an amazing cast. The Paper.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is just, again, it's kind of, I don't say it's kind of similar to Gung Ho, but it's just sort of about him in this working role at this newspaper company. And again, absolutely stacked cast. Robert Duvall, Marissa Tomei, Glenn Close, Randy Quaid.
Yeah.
Talent is absolutely there. I think that's what hooked me on the movie. But yeah, I just remember there's this one scene in the film where he's on the phone to someone and the phone call's not going well. And he just says at the end, like, well, fuck you, and just slams the phone down.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not a movie I rewatch a hell of a lot, hence why it's number 10. But there's something very likable about this film.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just really another Ron Howard movie as well.
It is, yeah. I forgot that. Yeah.
But yeah, it's just a very, very likable cast. Keaton's great in the lead role as this sort of this high up job role he's in at this newspaper company, and just deals with whether they should print this story or not, and the repercussions of printing something early without decent sources. But I just like the movie enough for it to get on my number 10. It's not one I rewatch a hell of a lot, but it is fun for what it is. So
yeah,
that's my number 10, The Paper.
Yeah, it's a movie I haven't seen it in a good 10 years or so. I can only remember little bits of it. I do remember liking it, but yeah, it's just been so long that I couldn't really tell you much more about it. So I'll definitely have to give that a rewatch. Does that have a UK Blu-ray?
I don't think it did.
No.
I think I must have got it on import or something. But yeah. yeah, it's not an easy film to get hold of, but I think you can still get a DVD of it somewhere.
Yeah,
quite easily. But
yeah, it's weird because I feel like there's a lot of films with him in that, like a film like that, The Paper. I feel like it's kind of obscure a little bit. Even I think if I understand correctly, I think the film did do well, or it did moderately well, but it just seems to be one of those films that isn't really well remembered. And I think it's probably the same for a lot of his film, like Gung Ho is another example. I think they were they did okay and they were well received, but they just seem to have kind of been forgotten a little bit, and they're a little bit underrated.
Yeah, there's a lot of his films that aren't even really released over here.
Yeah,
in the UK, there's a lot you can't. We'll probably touch on some of them, but you just can't get copies of them over here. They don't even have a DVD release over here.
Yeah. I can think of like 5 or 6.
Yeah. It's silly because he's in so many good films.
Yeah,
but they just don't have a decent release over here.
No.
But yeah, that's my number 10, The Paper. So you're number 9.
Yeah, my number 9. Yeah, so another film that has quite an ensemble cast, and you could argue that he's not really in a lot of this film, but still, I do really enjoy the movie. It's part of this box set, and it is Jackie Brown.
Jackie Brown, yeah.
So, it's probably one of Tarantino's most underrated films, I guess, or least, or it seems to be one that people enjoy kind of the least. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's one of my favorites, but I still really, really enjoy it. I can remember the first time I saw it. I think I was about 12, and I think I'd seen Reservoir Dogs and I'd seen Pulp Fiction. And I think when I went into Jackie Brown, I was expecting more of the same, and it just wasn't at all. And I think at the time I didn't appreciate it, but it's just one of those films that every time I watch it, it just gets better for me. And just got such a great cast in it as well. As well as Michael Keaton, you've got Pam Grier, Robert Forster, Robert De Niro. I think even Chris Tucker's in it for 1 or 2 scenes.
Sam Jackson. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Sam Jackson, yeah. Bridget Fonda. And just a very sort of enjoyable sort of crime thriller. Not as crazy or as violent as a lot of the other Tarantino films, but just has this very sort of subtle sort of atmosphere about it, I guess. But yeah, just a really enjoyable film. And yeah, Michael Keaton plays kind of like the cop in it, if you like, who is sort of trying to take down Samuel L. Jackson's character, if you like. But I think, doesn't he reprise the role in is it Out of Sight?
Out of Sight, yeah.
Yeah, so that's actually not a film I've seen, to be honest. I think I've seen clips of it, but yeah, it's just quite interesting that he continued the character in another film. But yeah, that's my number 9. That is Jackie Brown.
Yeah, I like Jackie Brown a lot. I do think it is a really good film, but for me, it kind of suffers the same fate as Godfather 3.
Yeah,
it's coming out after 2 really fucking great movies.
Yeah,
and for me, it doesn't quite hit the heights
as
those 2, because I think Reservoir Dogs is a really good movie, and Pulp Fiction I think is my favorite Tarantino film. And yeah, just Jackie Brown's it's too different to those movies for me that it took me a while to climatize to it. And like the movie, it just it's a really good film, but yeah, there's just other Tarantino films I like. It is kind of like Godfather 3 for me. It's just following 2 of the greatest movies ever made. In that sense, and it doesn't quite hit the heights for me. But I get why people love it.
Yeah, I remember going into it. I think I was expecting Pulp Fiction 2 in a way, because I think it was a similar length, similar sort of ensemble cast, and I just thought it was going to be the same type of film, and it's just not really.
It's so different.
But it doesn't mean it's a bad film or anything.
Nope.
Yeah, it's just it's just hard when you compare it to the others. But yeah, it falls into my number 9 because I do love the film, but I guess I guess like the only not it's not a problem with it, but yeah, Michael Keaton's just not in it enough. That's sort of
that's the only downfall. He's there, but he's hardly there at the same time.
I think like he probably only has about, I don't know, like 15, 20 minutes max of screen time. I'm thinking like it's just spread throughout the whole like 2.5 hour film. So yeah, it is a shame that he's not in much more of the film. And yeah, I guess I kind of put it in 9th place because I do like the film, but I guess it's not really a Michael Keaton film if you like.
No. You don't watch Jackie Brown for Michael Keaton.
No,
unfortunately, but it's just it's nice that he's there.
Yeah.
But no, great number 9. Yeah, my number 9's again a comedy from the 90s. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with this one. I don't watch it again a hell of a lot, but I do have fun with it, and it is Multiplicity.
Yeah.
I love that film. It's a bit of a ludicrous movie, this one. It's just Michael Keaton, he has a lot going on in his life, so he kind of finds this ability to clone himself like over and over again, but each time he clones himself, the clone sort of decreases in intelligence a little bit as it goes on, but he has like a lot of like a really sort of demanding job. He's like trying to salvage this relationship with Andy McDowell and all sorts of other stuff. So he just ends up cloning himself and trying to sort of juggle being in several places at the same time.
Yeah.
From what I remember, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember liking it and do having a fun time with it, and just seeing Michael Keaton being a daft arsehole in these roles is just a lot of fun. It's entertaining. It's just entertaining fluff. It's not winning any awards. It's not, the next best thing since sliced bread. It's just fun for what it is. And I have a good time with this one. So that's my number 9, Multiplicity.
It's that's still to come on my list. It's a guilty pleasure movie for me, that one. Directed by Harold Ramis as well. Obviously from like Ghostbusters and stuff. I'll probably talk about it a bit more when I get onto it. But yeah, I absolutely love that film, and like you said, he's just he's just really funny with the comedy stuff, Michael Keaton. I think I think that's a thing about him that's like so great. Like he can play different types of characters. He can do comedic, and then he can play the good guy, but then he's also really good as like the villain. I think he just has a pretty good range, and there's probably something about him that's a bit underrated, I guess. But yeah, that's a great pick. Multiplicity, love that film.
That's my number 9. So yeah, onto your number 8.
Yeah, number 8. So this film, when did this one come out? 2016, I think. So still feels fairly recent to me, this film, and I guess it's 10 years old now.
10 years old.
It's crazy. But yeah, I've gone with The Founder in my number 8. This is like Michael Keaton playing, it's based on the true story of Ray Kroc, who was he was like this businessman who it's kind of like the story about how McDonald's formed and how it became the franchise that we know what it is today. And he plays this. He's kind of a horrible guy, really. He's like this like ruthless businessman who basically steals the idea from the two sort of brothers, the McDonald brothers who created it. He finds their restaurant, he sees the potential in it, and he decides to use his sort of business expertise and everything to kind of to basically steal it from them and profit from it and turn it into what we know it as today. He's just so good in it. He's so good at playing these sort of like these sneaky type of characters. It's almost almost feels a little bit not so much like Beetlejuice, but it's similar sort of like way about him in the way like he's like trying to do things. He's like, I think in this film he's got a way of being very charming, but then at the same time he's just like a sneaky, horrible bastard. And and yeah, you just wouldn't want to like strike up a business deal with this guy because you just know he'd just fuck you over royally. But yeah, just a great film and a really interesting story as well. Again, it's another film where you think like what really like you think like, will it really be that interesting, like the history of McDonald's? But no, it really is. Yeah, just a great movie, and yeah, he's just so good at it. So yeah, that's my number 8, The Founder.
Yeah, it's I've still got that one to come.
Yeah,
as well, but I love that movie.
Yeah,
I'll talk a bit more about it when I get to it. But yeah, it's a cracking film.
Yeah,
yeah. So my number 8 is one of your honorable mentions, and this is another superhero movie, and it's Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Cool.
So yeah, like you said, this is again one of his roles where he's playing the villain, and again he does the villain so well in this one, and you kind of understand why he's doing what he's doing in this movie.
Yeah.
So you've got it's sort of him and his construction crew are dealing with the aftermath of the first Avengers movie. They're sort of having to clean up all the mess in New York that the Chitauri left, and they pretty much get told your operation's getting shut down. You're no longer needed, and that means he's pretty much losing his job. So he keeps some of the stuff that he finds, because obviously it's alien technology, and he uses it to weaponize his own suit, hence becoming the Vulture on the back and the main villain of this movie. But I won't going to say too much more than that, because as the movie goes on, and it is a Spider-Man film, it's a Tom Holland Spider-Man film. He's the main focus of the movie. But as the movie goes on, there's a big twist in this film where you find out that Peter Parker and Michael Keaton's character probably a bit closer than you think. And that really surprised me when I watched this film. I wasn't expecting that at all when it was going on. But then there's a great scene where the two of them are in the car and they're just talking to each other. And again, showcasing Michael Keaton's talents as the villain is just absolutely great. But yeah, it's just a villain with a motive you can not so much get behind, but you can understand. And yeah, I just really like him in this movie. I think he's great as the Vulture in this film. So yeah, if you love or hate the Tom Holland Spider-Man films, that's fair enough. But I enjoy them for what they are. So that's my number 8, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yeah. I think like that. Right. I think that scene in the car. I think when I saw the film, and then the days that was the one scene I could remember the most from the film, because it's just a very, very tense scene, and it's just done really well. It's probably one of the better one of the best scenes in the whole Marvel franchise. It's just you feel a bit scared for Tom Holland's character because of because of what's going on. Well, sort of the connection that these two have. So yeah, that's a great scene, and yeah, like you said, Michael Keaton's really good at it. And it was just I remember when that film came out, it was just so good to see him sort of doing like superhero stuff again, because obviously we know him for Batman and stuff like that. And yeah, it was just good to see him in sort of these big sort of Hollywood films again, and he was getting cast in films like that, so that was really cool to see. But yeah, he's he is really good in that film, and probably the best thing about it for me.
Yeah, definitely. He's just a great villain. You can understand why he's doing what he's doing, because he's very much a family man in that movie. Like his family come first, no matter what. And he says that to Peter Parker when that scene grows and you find out what's going on there, which I won't spoil. But yeah, he's just really good. He's just a really good villain. You get why he's doing what he's doing, and he's just great in the movie. And like you said, it was great to see him back in a superhero movie.
Yeah,
this time playing the villain.
Yep.
Yeah, just really, really good stuff. So yeah, that's my number 8, Spider-Man: Homecoming.
Yep, good pick.
Yeah, your number 7.
Yeah, my number 7. Yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised that this film is as low as it is at number 7, because I know a lot of us in the community love this film. We've talked about it a lot. But my number 7 is Pacific Heights. Yeah. Yeah, Cat came out 1990, the year we were born, sort of in between his Batman films. And yeah, this is just a really underrated thriller. As well as Michael Keaton, you've got Matthew Modine and Melanie Griffith, and they play this couple that bought this house in sort of the Pacific Heights area of San Francisco, I think it is. And they start like sort of renting out some of the rooms in the house, and one of the tenants that they bring in is Michael Keaton's character. And at first he seems like a genuine nice guy, but then they slowly start to realize that he's not all that he seems to be, and he ends up basically being the tenant from hell. And yeah, it's just such a great thriller, very underrated. He's really good again as the villain. I kind of forget just how many films he's in where he is actually playing the villain. But yeah, I remember seeing this film when I was a kid, and I think at the time I only knew him for being in Batman, so I was really shocked to see him just playing such an evil bastard in this film, and yeah, it always kind of stuck with me. But yeah, I think it's just a really, really enjoyable thriller, and I know we've said it in the past, maybe on streams and stuff, but I think another thing that's scary about this film is just the fact that it could happen in real life, but I think that's what makes it just even more scary. And yeah, and again, this is a film that's crying out for a proper release. I think this is like a German Blu-ray, and yeah, just a very underrated film that needs a proper release. But yeah, that's my 7th place, and that is Pacific Heights.
Yeah, again, it's on my list a little bit higher.
Yeah,
well, I'll touch on it then. But yeah, it's like you said, it's such a great movie, that so underrated.
Yeah. There's parts of the film that are just so frustrating as well. The way like he keeps getting the better of them, like when he just shouldn't at all. But he does. But yeah, just a great movie. I'm kind of shocked that I've only got it in 7th place. But yeah, I think I just enjoy the next 6 just a little bit more than it. But not taking anything away from it, it's still a great thriller, and yeah, and great 90s thriller. And for anyone who's not seen it, yeah, definitely, it's definitely worth checking out.
Absolutely, yeah. So that was your number 7.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my number 7 is, this was kind of the movie that I think brought his career back. I think from I don't want to say the dead, but this just breathed new life into his career, this film. And yeah, it's hard to believe that this movie's as old as it is now, because it still feels pretty new. But yeah, it is Birdman and the Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. Forgot the title there for a minute. But yeah, this is kind of one of these movies that reflects what an actor is kind of sort of going through as well in their career. Like, so in this movie, he's pretty much an actor who was in a very, very popular series of movies called Birdman. And he's very much sort of been remembered for it. And that's all he's been remembered for, is these series of movies that he did. And he's found new life in this stage play there that he's doing in New York. And it's just sort of about him dealing with his old part of his career, is building his relationship with his daughter again, and sort of being in this new play that he's in at the same time, that's taking place in New York. And the way that this movie's shot is just absolutely insane. It just looks like it hasn't been edited, but yeah, it has, all at the same time. The shots are just absolutely amazing. There's a great scene in this. It's absolutely hilarious, where he's in his underpants and he gets locked out of the theater. And he has to walk through Times Square, and people are recognizing him. And yeah, it's just so good. It's just such a good movie. I gave this a 10 out of 10. Doesn't mean it's my personal favorite. I just loved it that much. I couldn't really find much flaws in it, but it doesn't mean it's one of the ones that I'm going to rewatch a hell of a lot. But I absolutely loved this movie. I just thought it's hard to believe it's 12 years old now. It's just absolutely insane. But again, a great cast: Emma Stone, Edward Norton. There's a few others in there as well. But yeah, love this movie. I love how abstract it is. It's not to the point where it's a weird film. It's not like something like David Lynch would do, but
no.
It does look. It just has its own unique look to it, and it well deserved Best Picture in my opinion. I just love this movie. Yeah, so that's my number 7, Birdman.
Yeah. It's different, but it's not too different that it's gonna like alienate anyone. I think it's still easy enough to watch, but that it's just a great film. I've got that on my list as well, a bit higher up, so I'll probably talk about it a bit more then. But yeah, like you say, 12 years old. Like, I remember just going to the cinema to see it. And I remember the cinema was packed. I don't know if it was like the first night it was on or something, but yeah, it just blew me away on screen. And I think, like you say, it was good to see him back. So because I feel like for quite a while he was still doing films, but you know, it was the likes of like Herbie Fully Loaded and films like that. That's what he was doing at the time. And then once he like did Birdman, it kind of like it almost kind of paved the way for the sort of the latter part of his career where he ended up doing Spotlight and The Founder and stuff like that.
It just felt like he was back. Like he was back doing proper movies. Instead of churning out this sort of mid-2000s shite that he was just doing. But you just felt like, oh, thank God Michael Keaton's back. Because there was a period, I think, in the late 90s and 2000s where he kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
And it just felt like, can we just get another good Michael Keaton film? Because
he was still making films, but they were just, he was either like in supporting roles or he was just the main star in really shit films.
It was kind of like he'd kind of make films that you'd see for like 50p and CX. For like ages, and it was like, oh, could we just get a decent Michael Keaton film? And then Birdman comes along, and like I said, it just breathed new life into his career. I think it just again.
I remember the first time I became aware of it. I think like because you'll know, you're both from Liverpool, but the Fact Cinema. Sort of like when you get to the top floor, I remember there was like this banner for it, and all it said was Birdman, and it just had the cast, but he was like, you know, the top billed cast member, and I was like, well, I don't care what this movie is, but it's Michael Keaton, and he's in a movie called Birdman, and obviously we know him for Batman, so there's got to be some sort of link there or something. So I was like, I've got to see that film. I don't care like what it is, but it looks like it's Michael Keaton back in like a big starring role. So yeah, I was there.
Because you do think that it could be a superhero movie just by the title alone, but it's far from that. Yeah. We'll probably talk about it a bit more when it hits your list. But that's my number 7. So your number 6.
Yeah, my number 6. One you've already mentioned. Just a real guilty pleasure movie for me, and that's Multiplicity. I mean, like you said, you've already kind of sort of talked about the plot, but he is just this guy who's just overworked, and his job is like, I think he's like works in construction or something, and his job is like, just taking him away from his. I can't remember if she's his wife or his partner, but taking him away from like his home life with Andy McDowell, and he just kind of wants more time to be able to do stuff. So he finds this place where he can clone himself, and he ends up making a clone of himself. And I think the idea is that the clone will go to work for him, and he'll just spend more time doing whatever the fuck he wants. But then I think I'm right in saying that his clone then goes to the cloning place and clones himself.
Yeah, I think that's what happens.
Yeah, and that's why they digress with like intelligence, and then before you know it, there's like 4 Michael Keatons, and I just remember the 4th one's like he's just like a child basically. He can't even like speak properly, and I mean it's very daft humor. It's very childish, and not everyone's gonna find it funny, but I don't know. For me, it's just some of the things he does is just yeah, I just find it really funny, and I think the film's actually like when you see the scenes where the four of the Michael Keatons are together, it looks really good.
The
Like
effect, yeah.
like the effect of all four of them in the same shot, like you think like maybe in the 90s they might not have been able to have perfected that, but it looks like amazing and
Yeah.
for the time and yeah, just the way they were able to pull it off, I think it just works very well. And yeah, it's just a real fun comedy film from the 90s. I think it kind of bombed at the box office, and maybe it was after films like this where he kind of that's why he maybe had that sort of dip in his career. But yeah, I just think it's a really fun film. It's fun to whack it on like a Saturday afternoon or a Sunday afternoon, and just turn your brain off and have fun with it. I know I've got it higher than other films that are arguably probably better films, but I just get so much enjoyment out of this one, and yeah, I just love it. It's just fun to see Michael Keaton play four very different versions of himself, and that's another thing. Like they're not all the same. Like
No.
Obviously, him, the main one, he's like kind of like he's like the more serious one, but then I think one of them's like really sort of like kind of posh and almost like and just likes to dress very nice. And then there's one who's like a bit of a womanizer, and then the other one is just the one who's very childlike. So yeah, you just get four very funny different versions of Michael Keaton, and yeah, I just think it's a funny film. I know it's not going to be for everyone, but yeah, I just think it's a very fun comedy from the 90s.
Yeah, it's one of those where I was late to the party with it. Again, I didn't see it until it must have been like the 2010s when I first watched it. But
yeah, I think I was the same.
In the 90s. I just remember seeing it like, when you buy those sort of Columbia DVDs and they always have like the pamphlets inside.
Yeah.
I'd always see the cover for that in there, like countless times throughout the years. But
yeah,
I never actually knew what the movie was or never saw it until much later on.
I was exactly the same. I don't think the cover is the best. It doesn't, I don't think it really sort of, I don't really think you get an idea of what's going on there. Like obviously when you watch the film, it's really obvious. It's just like multiple versions of him. But yeah, I never really got what the cover was about. And maybe that's why I didn't watch the movie until I was much older, because I don't think it really interested me all that much. But yeah, I was just so sorry that I was so late to the party, because yeah, it just really
entertaining.
Me. Yeah,
it's an entertaining movie.
Yeah,
definitely. So that's your number 6.
Yeah,
fab. So my number 6 is one you've already mentioned, and again, hard to believe that this movie is 10 years old. The Founder.
Yeah.
So again, pretty much agree with everything you've said. It's sort of about a businessman who's selling these sort of, I don't know, was it milkshake makers at the start of the movie, and he's not very good at it. He's not very good at what his job. So he's on the road a hell of a lot, and he comes across this restaurant called McDonald's, and he decides to go there. So he orders a meal, and as soon as he's paid for it, the meal arrives, and he's like, "What's this?"
Yeah.
And the guy working, he's like, "That's your food, sir. Your meal." He's like, well, where do I go with it? He's just like, you can go where you want with it. Go with like the park, go and sit in your car. And he can't really grasp what it is, like how it arrived as quickly as it did. And then he sort of goes back and ends up talking to one of the owners, which is one of the McDonald brothers. And he has a meeting with the two of them and sits down and says, yeah, well, I think you've really got something special on your hands here with this restaurant. And they tell him about how, they got rid of the wait from the restaurant experience. And this is where like fast food pretty much played a part and comes into it. And he sort of sees the potential of what this restaurant could be. And he wants McDonald's in every part of the country. And then it could go obviously with what McDonald's is today, where it's like they're everywhere in the world. Like it's ridiculous. And you kind of, whenever you drive past a McDonald's now, I think after watching this film, you look at them a little bit differently. given how if this is accurate in the way that they've become what they are, it leaves a bit of a bad aftertaste in the mouth, because it's kind of like he realized what the potential, what the franchise could be.
Yeah.
It could be like a global domination thing, and that's what he wanted it to be. But he didn't own it. He didn't own the business. But because he's setting up all these McDonald's everywhere with kind of without their permission, and he's owning the land, he's pretty much become a financial juggernaut just from owning the land. And these two brothers can't really sort of hire any sort of lawyers to overthrow him or anything like that. So he ends up duping them out of their own business.
Yeah.
It's not a spoiler for the movie. We all know what McDonald's has become and how it became it. But this is just a tale of how Ray Kroc came along, saw this business, and realized it to its full potential.
Yeah.
And he double-crossed the owners massively in this movie. And I remember coming out the cinema and I overheard this guy. He was like, "Oh, he wasn't a very sympathetic character, was he?" I was like, "Well, yeah." I mean, like, I just overheard him say that, and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of agree with that."
Yeah,
because it's just really dark, and there's like a subplot as well where, to sort of save money, they were getting rid of the milkshakes and replacing them with instant powder, and they were like, "Oh, you're going to save so much money on electricity for freezers and stuff like that." And then it says at the end, like, McDonald's went back to using freezers for proper ice cream. But yeah, it just showcases this journey of how someone really becomes, like, they're realizing what McDonald's is, but they're also going to their full potential as well, which isn't great.
Yeah,
they're becoming the full version of themselves by absolutely duping these two brothers out of their own business. And as bad as awful as that sounds, it's a fucking great movie.
Yeah,
like I just love the movie. I can easily watch this film. I've actually ordered a McDonald's and sat down and watched this, like, because wow, it does make you, like, kind of feel hungry as well when you're seeing the burgers get cooked and stuff like that, and how they work the restaurant, the two brothers.
Yeah,
but yeah, it just is a really, really good film. I just really enjoy it. It's a great character study as well, of just watching this businessman who, even in the trailer, he says something like, "How does, like, this milkshake salesman from the middle of nowhere become and turn a fast food restaurant into this financial powerhouse?" It's just I just really love the movie. I don't know what it is. As dislikable as a person he is in the film, the movie's anything but that. It's just a very likable film, but at the same time, you just question what this guy does.
Yeah. I mean, I think, to be fair to him, he was right, because obviously look at what McDonald's is now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's obviously just the way he went about it. It was it was just a bit of an arsey move.
Unethical. Yeah. He has to really work hard in talking these brothers into franchising it, because they tried to do it before, it didn't work. And he says, "Look, I'll like become like your regional manager and stuff like that, and I'll go around and oversee everything."
Yeah.
But he kind of underhandedly does it. He does it without telling them.
Yeah.
And there's like scenes where he like inspects the food and he's like, "Oh no, this isn't right. This isn't right." But the brothers, the owners, are going too slow for him.
Yeah.
And he's kind of like, we need to get the ball rolling with this. But the brothers are just like, want to take it at their own pace.
Yeah.
But it's just a fascinating movie. And
it is. Yeah.
It just shows you how what McDonald's was and how it became to what it was today, for better or for worse.
Yeah. And he's just really good in it as well. Like, he plays that character so well. I think he's the right type of actor for that role. I don't think you could imagine, say, like Tom Cruise playing that character. No. It has to be the right type of actor, and yeah, he just fits it so well. Yeah.
It's just such a good movie, but I almost want to call it a feel-good film, but it's not.
Yeah, yeah,
It just has that vibe to it where I just like the movie. I just like what I'm seeing on screen, and I find it fascinating. But it's not. You just don't have any sympathy for him at all.
yeah. It's like it's a really fun, entertaining film. But by the end of it, you are just like, wow, like I can't believe
Yeah,
that's what happened.
yeah,
Or sort of loosely what happened or whatever. But yeah, it's just crazy.
yeah. But I just think it's a great film, and if anyone hasn't seen it, please do give it a watch. It is entertaining, but it's not a very uplifting movie, but it's not depressing either. You are just like, oh god, is this what happened? But
Yeah,
I just think it's a great film. So yeah, that's my number 6, The Founder.
yeah. I think yes, there's just it is a weird one because it's not uplifting, but it's not depressing either. It's just
Yeah,
one of those films where it's like, oh, it's a shame it happened that way, but
it's a
it
it's
is
a
what it
very
is.
matter of fact movie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It's just telling you what happened for better or for worse.
yeah,
But you are just kind of like, oh, by
yeah,
the end of it, it still is a really good film.
yeah. Because you do you feel bad for like the brothers, the McDonald
Yeah,
brothers, but at the same time, you kind of like maybe there's something they could have done better. Like they
yeah.
could have got something like if they'd have just sort of persisted a bit more with him, they could have
If
done
they
something. But
if they'd have persisted with him a bit more, they could have actually been partners with him and gone taking
yeah,
it to the actual match. But he just has this vision in his head,
yeah,
and he's not deviating from it at all
no,
for
no,
anyone. And
no,
he just because he does it the way he does it. The brothers can't really do anything to get him out of the company because he's too tied up in it.
yeah,
With
yeah,
with the land, more so the land that the restaurants are built on, because
yeah,
he owns the land.
yeah,
And yeah, it's just not a feel good film, but just a good movie in terms of its matter of factness. It just tells you like this is what happened. But
yeah,
I just love it. I think he's great in the movie as well.
yeah. He is, yeah. Yeah, I fancy rewatching that again soon. So it's been a while. But yeah, I do remember just kind of being like, wow, like what a film.
Yeah, yeah, it's great, and it's got a great cast in it as well. I think Linda Cardellini's in it as well for a little bit.
Yeah, doesn't she play like one of his wives or something? Like,
So is it something like Patrick Wilson's in it as well, isn't he? And he's like, I think she's his wife or something. And
all right, yeah, yeah. It's
I
been
think
a while.
I think Laura Dern plays his wife in it, from what I remember.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but it's just, I don't know. I can't. It's just an odd feeling because it's such a great movie, but it's not a feel good film. But it's not, like you said, it's not a depressing one either.
No, no. Yeah, I think at the very least, just watch it for Michael Keaton's performance because he is just he is just really good at it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so that's my number 6. So your number 5.
Yeah, my number 5. Yes, so this one was in your honourable mentions. I was actually quite surprised this one was in your honourable mentions. I thought this would have made your top 10, but it is Spotlight.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. It's funny because like I'm not really the biggest fan of movies like this, where it's about like journalists or people who work for the newspaper and stuff. Like I don't know, like I find a lot of them a bit just not really my cup of tea. But this one just blew me away. I think it was just because of the subject matter. It's kind of deals with all the sort of it is quite dark, but just all the sort of the sexual abuse stuff with the Catholic Church and all of that kind of blew up a good few years ago now. But yeah, I just thought it was a really, really engrossing film. Michael Keaton's great in it, but it's got a really good cast. You've got Stanley Tucci in there as well, Mark Ruffalo, Liev Schreiber, Rachel McAdams. And yeah, I can't really say a whole lot more than that. I just think it's a really, really powerful drama, and one to definitely check out if anyone hasn't seen it. Yeah, it was just a big surprise for me, this one. It's been a good few years since I've seen it, but yeah, I just loved it. I think I probably gave it like a 9 out of 10 or something. So yeah, close to a 10, but yeah, I just think it's a fantastic film. So yeah, that is Spotlight in number 5.
Yeah. It's more like a more serious version of The Paper.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah,
It's just a much darker version of that movie. But
yeah,
it's like you said, it's about the Catholic Church, these absolutely unforgivable crimes that this unimaginable crimes that this this circle in the Catholic Church was performing.
Yeah,
and it is about the victims coming forward and telling their story, and whether or not this paper should publish the stories and expose the church for what it did.
Yeah.
And Keaton's great because he's sort of like the head of the similar to the paper. He's the head of the newspaper company, and he's like saying, there's like a scene in it where he's just like, we're going to print this story or we're going to print this story, and it's up to you which one we're going to print.
Yeah.
And it's just so good. It's just such a good movie.
Yeah.
It's probably better than my 10, 9, and 8 pick, but it's just not a movie I rewatch a hell of a lot for me to justify putting it on the top 10.
Yeah.
Because it does deal with that really harsh subject matter. It's the movie as well. It's the movie as well he made between Birdman and The Founder.
Yeah.
And I was really gutted The Founder didn't get nominated for Best Picture because he was going for 3 for 3 for that. That year. It was 3 consecutive years that came out, but he won 2 of the 3 for Best Picture that he was in. But it's just harsh subject matter in that movie, but it is such a fucking good movie. It's just not one. It's like if I'm given, like Spider-Man: Homecoming or Spotlight, I'm probably going to watch Spider-Man: Homecoming more often. But I'm not taking anything away from Spotlight. It is a great movie.
If it's like Saturday night and you've got like a takeaway or something and you want to pull a movie off the shelf, you're not going to pull Spotlight off. You're going to watch something fun.
I'm going to watch Spider-Man over Spotlight. But it's just I'm not taking anything away from it. It's just such a good, well-made movie. But the subject matter is just hard hitting. It probably would have been if this was like a top 11. It probably would be like 11. For me. But,
I think it gives good insight into the whole sort of story as well. If like anyone's not too familiar with what happened and everything, I think it's just like sort of a good sort of study on that. If anyone's interested in reading about it, but obviously it is dark and it is it's not the nicest of stories, but I just think it's a very well made film, well directed, well acted, great cast. Interesting story, if not dark, but I just think it's just a fantastic film. So had to have it in my number 5.
And it's not a difficult watch either. It's because you don't see anything in the movie. It's just people reading.
It's more from like their perspective, isn't it?
It's not like a graphic, disturbing movie or anything like that. But it's just these people retelling what happened.
Yeah. I think it's just interesting as well the way a lot of the characters in it they just kind of can't believe like that this story could be true as well, and just seeing like how they react to it and all is just pretty interesting as well. Yeah.
Hard hitting, but a very, very good film.
Yeah.
The movie well deserved the Best Picture in my opinion. Anyway.
Yeah.
So that was your number 5.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, my number 5 is again. This is a movie that never ever gets talked about in my opinion, and I just love and adore this movie. I've watched it a handful of times and it gets better for me every time I watch it, but it's not his most well-known film at all, but it's one from the 80s and it is Clean and Sober.
I thought it was going to be that.
I had to put this on somewhere. For me, if anyone hasn't seen this movie, this is the movie that got him the role of Batman. By without a shadow of a doubt. I think if more people had seen this movie, I don't think there would have been that much of a protest as him being cast as Batman. In my opinion. Because when he got cast as Batman, there was absolute fucking uproar over that. It was like, oh, this is Mr. Mom. He's a comedy actor. What's he doing playing Batman? It's like no one had seen this. And this I think this came out. I think it may have just been after Beetlejuice. This one, maybe if not before, but it was. I think it was in between Beetlejuice and Batman.
Yeah,
and no one saw it. No one saw it at all, and it's pretty much him playing a drug addict in this movie, who's very much in denial about being a drug addict. He's in serious fucking debt. In this film, it's got a great cast to it as well. Tate Donovan, Morgan Freeman is in here as well. And he ends up sort of checking himself into this clinic. And it's about him coming to the realization that he is an addict. And it kind of sounds dark and depressing, but there's moments in it that are actually quite funny.
Yeah, I remember there being some comedic moments in it, like some very subtle comedic moments. Yeah.
Moments, yeah, and that bass line in the opening music is just
yeah,
quite funny, but yeah, I just love this movie. It's him showcasing a different side of his acting talents, and he's just a much more dark and serious role. And I can't say much more about it than that. If you've not seen it, see if you can get a copy of it or try and watch it. It's not the easiest of movies to get hold of, but my word, clean and sober, yeah, just give this movie a watch. And you can kind of see why he was chosen for Batman when you watch this movie. And I just love this film. I think it's great. One of his best performances for me. So that's my number 5, clean and sober. Love it.
Yeah, I almost kind of forgotten about that film. I didn't even put it in my honorable mentions, but I think it's probably because I've only seen it the one time, and that was when I watched it with you, which must be going on like nearly 20 years ago or something, or maybe not. Like maybe 15. I can't quite remember, but
it must be about 10 years since we watched this, something like that.
Yeah, it was at least 10 years ago then. Yeah, but yeah, I remember really enjoying it. Just a very sort of great drama. He's really good at it. And like I say, I think there were some like subtle comedic moments. I seem to remember there's a bit when I think he first checks into the rehab center and does someone like smash a TV or something, and he shits himself. He's like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah. I mean, it's just a great role for him. He's got the full Keaton mullet in this movie as well, in all of its glory. Like the full Keaton mullet is there. It's amazing. There's like a shot in the opening scene where he's sort of in bed with this woman, and it's not really a spoiler because this happens right at the beginning of the film. But he's in bed with this woman and he's doing cocaine and stuff, and then he goes to like bite her ass, and he doesn't realize it, but she's dead.
Yeah,
and it's like he's like trying to wake her. It's like, holy fuck.
Yeah,
it's a dark scene.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just really messed up. But I just have to recommend that movie to people who haven't seen it. It's so underrated. It's so underseen, and it's just one of his best acting roles. And for me, it got him the role of Batman.
Yeah. I think it was the producer John Peters for Batman. I think he said to Tim Burton like, "Oh, what do you think? Take a look at this guy in this film, clean and sober." And I think Tim Burton watched it and he was like, "Yeah, definitely, let's go with him." And yeah, like you say, it was definitely what got him Batman. Like we wouldn't have his Batman without clean and sober.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just love the movie. So yeah, that's my number 5.
Yeah, and it's just annoying as well. Another one of his great films that doesn't really have like a proper release. Or at least here anyway.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't even have a DVD over here.
Yeah,
it's the same as Pacific Heights. It just trying to get a copy of it, just non-existent. It's like you've got to like search the dark crevices of the internet to get like a Spanish Blu-ray of it or something. Or Spanish DVD. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's probably why I haven't seen it in so long, because I just can't get hold of it. But I'll have to try and rectify that. It's been a long time since I've seen it, but I do remember thinking it was a great film.
Yeah, again, it's like similar to Pacific Heights because I think they're both Warner Brothers films. I think.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like these two gems that Warner Brothers are just sitting on. Well, I know there's a big cloud over Warner Brothers at the minute with what's going on over there, but yeah, it's just they're just sitting on some gems that aren't getting released and aren't getting the coverage and exposure they deserve. I don't think.
No.
But yeah, that's my number 5, Clean and Sober. So your number 4.
Yeah, my number 4. Yeah, we've already talked about this film a little bit, but yeah, I've got to go with Birdman, number 4. Yeah, I think you've pretty much sort of summed it up already, or the plot and everything. But yeah, he's kind of like this like not like washed up actor, but he's like, he's an actor who had like fame playing this like Birdman character, and he's trying to sort of revive his career, and he ends up sort of doing this sort of stage play. But yeah, I think like you said, I think there's just something very unique about this film, the way it's shot. It's edited to look like it's just one long unedited shot, basically, but obviously it's not, because that would just be impossible to pull that off. But it would have you convinced that it was done like that. But yeah, it's just a fantastic film. It's just got a bit of everything in there. It's got some bits of comedy, bits of drama, and it's got that experimental side as well to it. I love like a lot of the bits with the music as well, where it's like sort of it's just drums, and even some of the shots you just see like the guy just playing the drums. He just he'll just appear in the shot every now and then, and it's just like it's just an interesting touch. But yeah, it's just pretty cool to see. And yeah, I kind of like how it almost sort of mirrors like Michael Keaton's career a little bit as well, obviously, because he did the Batman films, and I know he's made like a lot of films since Batman, but I think we can probably all agree that he probably never achieved as much fame as he did for them as he did for anything else. But yeah, just a great film. And like I said before, it was just as soon as I became aware of it, and it was him back like doing sort of a main starring role, and I just knew I had to watch it, and it didn't disappoint when I saw it at the cinema. It's a 10 out of 10 movie for me.
Yeah, I agree. It just I can't put my finger on why I like that film. I just do.
Yeah.
Maybe it is because of Michael Keaton, but yeah, I don't know. It was just everything I was seeing on screen watching it. I was like, I'm absolutely fucking in love with this film. I just don't know what it is. It just blew me away.
Yeah, you kind of like can't take your eyes off it. Like just what's going on. I think films like that, where it is like long unedited shots, I think they work really well, because you kind of just don't want to stop watching in case you miss something that that would work really well. And yeah, just a brilliant film, well directed, and great cast as well in there besides Michael Keaton.
Yeah, definitely. Great pick for number 4. My number 4 is, this was on your list a little bit earlier. I had to put this on because this for me is such a good film, so underrated again. Pacific Heights. Yeah, I had to go with this one again. Another great villainous role from him in this movie. Similar to Homecoming, and in a way the Founder as well. He's just absolutely the tenant from hell in this movie. It follows a young couple played by Melanie Griffith and Matthew Modine, who have just bought and are in the middle of renovating this new house in San Francisco, and sort of help with the payments and their mortgage. They rent a couple of rooms out to a few tenants. And yeah, Michael Keaton turns up, and as the movie goes on, he's the tenant from hell. Absolute tenant from hell. He's here to ruin these people's lives and just get... I don't even know what he gets out of it, to be honest. Like, what he gets out of it financially, he just absolutely ruins and decimates these people financially. And like we said, the scary thing is, I'd be willing to bet this has happened many a time in the real world. With what he does. in this film. He just sort of rents out this room without paying any sort of rent or whatsoever. They do everything they can to try and evict him, and in that time, he just does as much damage as possible to this flat. But yeah, there's also like sort of like an undercurrent of racism in this film, I think, because before Michael Keaton comes for the interview to view the room, there's like a black actor who comes to view the same room, and he inevitably doesn't get the room because Michael Keaton turns up with all the cash, and he's flaunting the cash, and he's like puts the down payment down, and he's like, okay, well, you're getting the room then. But that character, I'm not going to say how or why, but that character comes back at the end.
Yeah.
The black actor who doesn't get the room, but he comes back into it at the end of the movie. And yeah, Keaton in this is just horrible. He seems like quite an all right guy at the start of the film.
Yeah.
Is it Carter Hayes? His character name in the
movie?
Yeah. He's just he breeds these like cockroaches in the house without people. There's like subtly creepy stuff going on. There's like scenes where Matthew Modine's walking around the house and Michael Keaton kind of opens his door a little bit just to see what he's doing, and then he'll just subtly close the door, so you know something immediately isn't right. But everything seems to just be in Michael Keaton's corner in this movie. Like there's like a scene where, because he hasn't been paying his rent, Matthew Modine shuts the power off to his room. And the police come and say, he's got rights now, he's living there, whether he's paying rent or not. He's inside. The law's in his favor. You've got to turn that power back on by law. So it just feels like the laws in this movie just are completely there to screw the landlords over. It's ridiculous. But the way it goes, like you said, the scenes where you think they have the upper hand on him. There's like a scene where Matthew Modine gets a restraining order, so he can't even stay in his own house. It's like it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, some of the stuff that goes on. But then they do get him in the end, is what I'll say. It does get there, but the way it builds up is just great. And it's just one of the most frustrating movies you can ever. Borderline just pisses you off. Within this film, how much of a despicable piece of shit he is. And he just doesn't care. He's just out for himself in this movie. And it's just again, it's a horribly entertaining film. That's all I'll say about it, and I absolutely love it. I love his performance in it. I love him playing the villain in this movie. It came out between the two Batman movies, but absolutely love it. My number 4, Pacific Heights. Love it.
I think it's the most I probably hate Michael Keaton in a film. His character is just, I mean, I don't know. It's weird because I think, like you say, he's not like a horrible person, or at least he doesn't seem like a horrible person.
No, I didn't seem like
it's just the way he plays them and just how frustrating it is. Like there's even, there's bits where he's just like drilling in the middle of the night, and it ends up the other tenants in the house end up leaving because they just can't stand to live there, and obviously that affects Matthew Modine and Melanie Griffin's characters because they're losing money from their other tenants, and even Matthew Modine's like trying to like knock on his door to get him to open it, and he just won't come to the door, and it's just like answer the door,
There's like a scene where he's got his friend in there as well, and he's just drilling, and the door's going, and they just stop and look, and then just carry on. It's like,
and I think there's like a bit where, I mean, they do knock, and it's his friend who answers, and they're just like, "Who are you?" And he's just, "Oh, I'm his friend," and then he just like shuts the door or something, and he's just like, "Hang on." But great film.
It is. It just really like sort of puts you off of ever becoming a landlord. Ever at all. It's just like the laws are just against you all the time. I think that's just to combat homelessness, in my opinion, to be honest. It's just governments and councils, they just don't want homelessness. So it's like once people are in, they're in regardless whether they pay pay their rent or mortgage. Either way, it's fucking ridiculous. But on the landlord's point of view, anyway. But my God, yeah, it's just a frightening movie because it feels like it could happen. In real life. But yeah, that's my number 4.
Yeah. There's a great scene as well where I think Melanie Griffith goes into the garage to get something, and he's just like, Michael Keaton's just sat in his car, like just in the dark, and he's just like staring at her, and she's just like, I think she like runs up to like Matthew Modine, and she's like, oh, he's sitting in his car, I don't know what he's doing, and he's just such an odd character, but
and he kind of runs up to see him, and he just drives off.
Yeah.
He just immediately sees he's coming and just drives off. And it's just, he just plays like the old excuses as well when the police turn up, and he's like, he hasn't paid his rent in like 3 months, and he's just saying like, oh, the money got lost in some wire transfer or whatever. Or,
and he thinks he's being he's trying to be like reasonable and like explaining the situation, and the police are just buying it.
It's just so frustrating, but it's such a good film. You've got Laurie Metcalf in there as well as like the lawyer.
The lawyer,
She's like gives them advice and says like, this is the avenues you have to go down to get him evicted. But because it takes so long to get him evicted, he has all this time to inflict this damage, and it's just like, fucking hell, this guy's it's getting from bad to worse all the time with him, and that's what frustrates you watching it. But it's frightening. It's just when I think about it, it's just frightening because this shit does happen in the real world, and it's like, fucking hell. Really good movie, but frustrating.
But you can't
for the right reasons. The right reasons. But it's my number 4, Pacific Heights. Love it. So your number 3, we're getting into the. I think we may have the same 3, whether or not the order is.
I have a feeling the order might be slightly different.
The order might be different, but I think we might have the same top 3.
I mean, we're getting into.
We're getting into like our childhoods now. I think
we're getting into the good stuff. That
we used to quote and talk about these movies. I think like all the time. We still do. So this is like, I think this is top tier Keaton now. We're getting into.
This is where I just show hair be fully loaded. Or white noise.
Jack Frost.
Oh yeah, Jack Frost.
So you're number 3.
My number 3. So my number 3 is Batman 1989, the original Batman film with Keaton, of course, and Jack Nicholson as the Joker. It was really tough to sort of choose like the order of my top 3 because all of them are just perfect films for me.
I'd be willing to bet as well. Our top 3, they're all the same director as well.
Quite possibly, yeah.
I'd be willing to bet. Yeah, that is in my top 3. But I'll let you continue.
I just absolutely love this film. I don't know if maybe it's because I've got nostalgia for it, but just a great Batman film. It paved the way for future superhero films, future Batman films. Keaton is great in it. I know like a lot of people at the time weren't convinced he was the right person, but I think he's great as Bruce Wayne and Batman. I think like there are other actors who are maybe only good at one or the other, but for him, I just think he's great as both. You got Jack Nicholson in there as well, and he's just having the time of his life playing the Joker, and he's just hilarious in it. And we've quoted this film many a times. I will say though, like it was a bit of a weird one for me as a kid because I can remember I saw Batman Returns and Batman Forever before I saw this one. Okay. I mean, I don't want to spoil what my top 2 will be, but maybe that's why this one does make it into my sort of my third choice because maybe I don't quite have as much nostalgia for it as certain other ones, but I still do at the same time. Just a great superhero movie, and yeah, I don't know how people could argue that it's not a good Batman film. I just think it just gets the world exactly as it should be. If you're a Batman fan, even Gotham City looks great. The music, the action scenes, just the overall look of the film is great. So yeah, that's my number 3, and that's Batman.
Yeah, I mean, I'll touch on it when I get to it, but yeah, it's. I know you said you kind of saw those Batman films out of order.
Yeah,
it was like you saw Returns first, then Forever.
Yeah,
that one. I saw them in the order they came out, but yeah, it's I can't. I'll talk a bit more about it when I get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. My number 3. This possibly might be your number 1, but my number 3 is Batman Returns.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on a pedestal with the first one for me. This one, I can't really. I don't know. I love this movie. I absolutely love this movie. I know this may be controversial, but I know this movie takes place at Christmas. I can watch this any month of the year. This movie, I always do. It's not actually. I don't actually watch it at Christmas, even though it takes place at Christmas, because I'll just watch it throughout the rest of the year so many times.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm doing a Batman marathon, I just adore this movie. Yeah. It's great to see Keaton come back as Batman. It's like the camera hasn't switched off since the first movie.
Yeah.
He's great as Bruce Wayne in it. Danny DeVito steals the show as the Penguin in this. Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman is absolutely amazing for me. The way she goes from being this timid secretary to this absolute badass female vigilante. Well, that's sort of anti-hero, I guess. But yeah, I just love and adore this movie. And it's Tim Burton at 11 for me. Doing this Batman movie, and I don't know what else to say about it that hasn't already been said. I know there's some people who don't like this movie at all. They just can't gel with it, and that's fair enough. It was too dark. I grew up watching this when I was a little kid, and I did think the Penguin was quite a bit of a grotesque character. Like, he did sort of get under my skin a little bit in the film. There's some dark moments in it for sure. The nose bite is just absolutely savage.
Yeah,
like I remember that, and I remember at the scene where Christopher Walken pushes Selena Kyle out the window.
Yeah,
that absolutely scared the shit out of my mum when I watched it with her. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say about it. We quote it all the time. We always have a laugh of it. Every time I watch it, I see something new.
Yeah,
and I just adore this movie.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk about it a bit more when you get to it, because no doubt it's going to be on your. I know how much you love this film as well.
I do. Yeah.
The only thing is with these sets is the steelbooks are absolutely fucking terrible. Look fucking that.
Yeah.
That's fucking awful.
Yeah, I've only got the
Batman's even worse.
Yeah. I will say, I think Batman Returns in particular, that one looks amazing on 4K. That one in particular, I remember that one just looks outstanding. Probably one of the best of my own.
It absolutely does. I mean, this for me is the art. Whenever I think of this movie, this is the artwork that I always think of. Like that is for me is the poster for this movie. It always will be.
Yeah.
Just the sort of the three heads in unison on top of each other. That's always what I think of with this movie. But yeah, you get some gorgeous art cards in this as well. Like this might be one of my favorite art cards I've ever had in a set, because I just think this is such a fucking stunning art card. Like that is just,
it's pretty good. Yeah,
it is just fucking gorgeous. But the movie itself, I love it.
Yeah,
I just love it. It's always going to play second fiddle to the original one for me, but it's not a bad movie at all. It really isn't. I just love it. But we'll probably talk a little bit more about it when we get to your number 1. Well, if it is your number one,
We'll see. Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun, but yeah, my number 3 is Batman Returns. I just love this movie. Yeah.
Good pick.
So yeah, thanks. Your number 2. I think we might have the same number 2.
We probably will. Yeah. My number 2 is Beetlejuice.
Yeah, it's mine as well. Might as well just say it.
Yeah. I mean, I remember I didn't see this film until I think I was about 11 when I saw it, and I just remember being so just blown away by its originality and just the whole concept. I love the sort of the story. The Maitlands are like this couple that have just moved into this house, and then they tragically die, but they come back to the house as ghosts, and then this new family move into the house, and the Maitlands as the ghosts, they want to drive this family away, and they end up hiring this bioexorcist played by called Beetlejuice, who's played by Michael Keaton, and he just isn't any help at all. If anything, he's just the complete opposite. And he's just so good at it, and he's having the time of his life playing Beetlejuice. He's only in, I think it's 17 minutes of the whole film, but he just steals every scene that he's in. And I just think he's just fantastic in it. And the movie is just one of my favorite films of all time.
Yeah, I can't agree more. I must admit, for me, it wasn't love at first sight with this film.
Yeah.
I remember watching it and getting pissed off that he wasn't in it. So I was waiting for him to turn up.
Yeah.
And he wasn't in it. I've learned to love the movie for, in spite of that now, because I think it's great. It's still a perfect movie for me. I still love the fact that he's now only in the movie for, like you said, 17 minutes.
Yeah.
Screen time. He's an absolute fucking pest and a pervert in this movie. He's almost like, I was kind of think of him as the ghost of his character from Pacific Heights. But he's just the Maitlands, Gina Davis and Alec Baldwin. They're a couple who sadly get killed at the start of the movie, and their ghosts come back to the house, and new people move into their house, a new family moves in, and they just don't like the look of them at all. They just want them gone, they just want them out, and they're sort of navigating that and navigating being dead at the same time. And it's all about what do we do? How do we get rid of them? And they see a couple of adverts for Beetlejuice pop up. I mean, fuck, when that advert comes on and he's like, come on down and see your photo. He says, come on down 5 times. It's ridiculous. It's like the worst advert ever.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'll possess him. I'll possess myself if I've got to. And all this. And you just immediately know what this guy is like. He's fast talking. He's kind of like a lawyer. He's doing dodgy wheeler and dealer dodgy deals all the time. Just an absolute pest. Absolute pest in the movie, but I love him all the much for it. In this film. I think he needs to be animated and that energetic in the movie. Yeah. And he just steals every scene he's in, even though he's only in the movie for a matter of minutes. I just love him in this. It took me a long time as well to realize it was Michael Keaton. When I was a kid, I couldn't see past or through the makeup. It was that good. But it took me a while to get used to the fact that it was Keaton. But you've got to talk about the family that move in as well, like the Dietzers, the late Captain O'Hara, Jeffrey Jones and Winona Ryder. And then you've got Glenn Shaddix as Ofo. Who's a great side character in his own right as well. He's a lot of fun, but it just oozes Tim Burton, this film. when you get to obviously the world of the dead as well, it's very creative.
Yeah.
With the designs of some of the characters there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just dig this movie. I just think it's so much fun. Love the music in it as well.
Yeah.
It's just so entertaining. For a movie dealing with such bleak subject matter, it's so entertaining.
Yeah.
It deals with death all the time in this movie. You can't get away from it.
Yeah.
But it's just so entertaining at the same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And you feel like every scene he's in is Beetlejuice. It doesn't even feel like it feels like it wasn't scripted. They just like basically started filming and they were just like, oh, Michael, just say whatever comes to your head. Like just have a ball. And that's what it looks like when he's just acting as Beetlejuice. He's just so funny in it. And you're like, only has 17 minutes, but he just completely just takes over the whole film. And you can maybe argue like in the sequel, maybe he's in too much of it. I don't know. I don't know if I still enjoy the sequel, but
I do.
It's not a patch on the original for me. But but yeah, there could be an argument that maybe he's in too much of that one. But in the first one, it's the perfect amount of screen time, even if it does seem quite short. Yeah,
because I'll touch on the sequel a little bit. I liked it for what it was. It was never gonna be better than the original, in my opinion. It just wasn't. A legacy sequel coming out, it can't erase the love you have for the original, because growing up with an original film that you love, that's hard to fucking tarnish.
Yeah.
Something bad really has to happen for you to not love a film you grew up with. And the arrival of a new movie isn't going to change that or be better than the original. It just isn't. It's not gonna work. But for what it was, I enjoyed it. I had fun with it. I had a good time with it. I thought Michael Keaton stepped back into Beetlejuice perfectly. I didn't watch him and go, well, fucking hell, you've forgotten the role.
You're past it or something.
It wasn't like that. It was like, he was back. He was back as Beetlejuice. And the movie for what it was fine. I think Tim Burton's best years are behind him now. I think they have been for a while. I don't think he's made a great movie in a long time. I think his last great movie for me is Sleepy Hollow. As much as people love Big Fish, but I just can't get into that movie.
I can't get into it.
And it's like, it's got like an 8 out of 10 on IMDb, and I can't get into that film. I just can't. Well, that's me and you. It just doesn't appeal to our taste, that film. But having said that, I actually thought Beetlejuice was all right. I just thought he was fine.
It's probably his best film in a while.
In a long time.
Yeah. And if you don't, even if you don't like the sequel, like that doesn't matter. It doesn't have to change your enjoyment of the first one. You can still just enjoy the first one. Just watch that. You don't have to
go back and watch the first one, and that's it. But I look, it does help if you did grow up with this film. Because I did. I watched it with people at university, and I think a few of them got offended because there's like a line in it where I think the Maitlands say like, oh no, it's like Lydia Deetz says, oh, if Beetlejuice said he'd take me to the other side, and the Maitlands say, no, we're dead. You don't want to come with us. But then she says, I want to be dead too.
Yeah.
And that really rubbed some people up the wrong way. That was like, fucking hell, that's dark, that's bleak.
Yeah.
But I was a kid. That was just a throwaway line to me. Growing up, like I didn't really think about it that much. But I was like surprised to see people's reactions to it, and I was like, oh this movie, it's bleak in parts, but I find it too entertaining.
Yeah. I guess there is sort of an undertone with her that she is like this sort of depressed teenager and stuff like that. But the movie doesn't really, I don't know, it kind of like skims over it, I guess.
It doesn't address it head on. It just sort of skims past it.
Yeah. But in the end, it's all good because she learns that death isn't the answer, and that life is worth living. So she does have like an arc, if you like, by the end of the film, and she is in a much happier place by the end of the film. So I don't really see a problem with it.
Yeah, definitely. I could talk about this movie for days. To be honest, I love it. The great scene where Beetlejuice turns up for the first time as well, when they dig his grave up.
Yeah.
And all that's entertaining. And some of the stuff, the sound effects are just piss your pants funny.
Yeah.
It's just daft.
Yeah.
I didn't realize, but I didn't realize there was an actual film because I knew Beetlejuice the cartoon.
Yeah.
Even though I'd never actually sat down and watched a full episode, but I knew of the cartoon.
Yeah.
And then I realized, oh, there's an actual film. It was kind of like Ghostbusters in a way. Like I grew up watching the Ghostbusters cartoon and then finding out there was a live action movie. But yeah, it's both of our number two, which I was like, finally we've matched on one.
Yeah,
but,
I just think it's a great film, and I have the nostalgia for it, so they just go hand in hand, really. I can remember actually, like, just a little story. I remember the first time I saw the film. I think it was the first day of like summer holidays. Like we'd finished school, and I remember I was going away on holiday for like 2.5 weeks, and for some reason I really wanted to see this film. I wanted to see Beetlejuice, and I remember like begging my mum to like buy me the VHS, like, because I was like, oh, I won't get to watch it until after I come back from holiday, and it's like 2.5 weeks. And I managed to just watch it the night before. And I remember when I went on this holiday, it was all I thought about, that movie. Like, it was just all I thought about. And I just remember during that holiday, I was like, I can't wait to get back home and watch it again, because I just loved it that much. And my love for that film has just never really gone away. I just absolutely adore it.
Because that must have been frustrating, because me and you kind of like, I don't know if you had this as well, but whenever I'd come across like a film I hadn't seen before and I really wanted to watch it, and I ended up watching it and liking it, I used to watch it. I used to like watch it on repeat all the time.
Yeah.
I don't do that so much now. When I watch a film and love a film, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, I really like that, but I don't go back and rewatch it like over and over and over again, like we used to when we were kids.
Yeah,
because we would watch a film. I must have watched the movie about 10 times in the week.
Yeah,
because I just watch it on loop. I'd be in the vibe of that movie. Watch it on loop, and I did that with Beetlejuice as well, but I just don't do it nowadays. I just don't do it as much. If I watch a movie and I like it and I haven't seen it before, maybe could be months or years before I go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
That's what we did when we were kids. It was just like you'd watch a movie would be on TV that you'd never heard of, like RoboCop or Die Hard or Beetlejuice or whatever, whatever it would be. You'd watch it and then you'd tape it or get the DVD or the VHS, and you'd wear the thing out. You'd watch it over and over and over and over and over again.
Yeah,
till you knew it like the back of your hand. But we don't do that nowadays.
Yeah.
And I do it with Beetlejuice. I remember when I first watched Beetlejuice, I taped it off the TV because it was on ITV, and it was one of these films that was on late, and then it would start at like 9 o'clock. But then here in the UK, when you get to 10 o'clock, the 10 o'clock news would be on.
Yeah,
and it would interrupt the flow. It would completely interrupt the flow of the movie.
Yeah,
you'd have about 10, 15 minutes of news, and then the movie would start up again.
Yeah.
So that's always what used to happen on whenever movies were shown on ITV.
Yeah.
But it was just one of those movies that I'd watch over and over and over again, like you. And if I was going on a holiday or was having a break or anything like that, for whatever reason, the movie would be all you'd think about.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'll watch that again.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd watch it a couple of times a day. You'd be like, oh yeah, I might watch it later on just to jog my memory of it till I knew it like the back of my hand.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it was one of those. Just one of those. We've both got the nostalgia for it.
Yeah.
Don't think anything would ever sort of tarnish our love for it. It's just a fun movie. Just right time, right place, I guess, for both of us.
Yeah, because I think, like you say, I think there are people out there who aren't really as fond of the movie, and it could be. I mean, I get it. It's probably not for everyone, but it could be the time when you watched it as well. Maybe if I was to watch the movie for the first time now, it wouldn't have the same impact. I don't know. But all I can really say is that that I just absolutely adore the film, and I just think it's just one of the best ever comedies.
Like I remember what I've got another memory of it as well, but this was a bit later. This was kind of like when me and you were sort of entering into our 20s. And I think we were at your house. It was like me, you, Linz, Beth, Bob, Brookie, all the guys. We were all there at your house, and ITV2 was on and Beetlejuice was on.
Yeah,
and I was like, it came on and I knew exactly where it was at. I kind of remember looking at Brookie and he was watching it and he was just laughing his ass off at that scene where he has the newspaper and he's like,
oh yeah,
in the business section.
Yeah,
and he noticed. I never noticed it before, but he noticed it said obituary at the top of the newspaper.
Yeah.
And he pointed that out to me, but he was just laughing his ass off at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was even like secondhand memories like that. I was just laughing at someone else watching it, and yeah, those are ties that I have with movies that just can't be broken. And I just love that stuff. We've got loads of stories like that when we've watched. We've been around each other's houses and movies have been on, and we've watched them and gone, oh yeah, where this scene came on or whatever. But I have that with Beetlejuice.
Yeah,
and yeah, it's just one of those childhood staples for me. But again, love it, absolutely love it. So that's both of our number two.
Yep.
Number two spots for both of us. Beetlejuice. Yeah. Really good stuff. So I've got a feeling I know what your number one is.
I've got a feeling I know what your number one is as well.
Yeah. We'll go with yours. Not your number one.
Yeah. So my number one is Batman Returns. Yeah. For me, this is. I mean, I don't even have any shame in saying this. I think this film is a masterpiece. Like, I really do. I think it's Tim Burton's masterpiece. I think if I was to judge Tim Burton on like his early career, like sort of the late 80s to the 90s, he'd probably be up there as one of my top directors. It's just a shame that his films from the 2000s onwards just aren't as good. But yeah, like you said before, this film is just pure Tim Burton. I think with the first Batman film, I think you can tell he kind of like he had to bow to a bit of studio pressure when he directed it. I think he obviously had to make it more of a Batman film for them, but when he made this one, I think they just let him do whatever the hell he wanted, and I just love everything about this film. Like you said, the performances, like Danny DeVito as the Penguin he's just brilliant. Michelle Pfeiffer is amazing in it. I think like her performance in it is like award worthy.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Should have been nominated for something for it. She's just brilliant in it. I love the sort of the set designs. I love the atmosphere, the sort of the Christmas snowy setting of Gotham. I love the music, and I just love the sort of the demented, like dark feeling that this film has. I just love some of the places that it goes to, and I know some people don't like this film because they probably do want it to be more like a Batman film, but I just judge it as a film in its own right, and yeah, I just absolutely adore it. And I can remember when I was a kid, and I remember my grandparents, they had this film, and they had Batman Forever on VHS, and I remember going to theirs once, and I watched them. And as I was leaving, they were like, "Oh, you can take one home. Like, you can take whichever one you want home." And I must have been like 5 or 6 years old. And you'd think a 5 or 6 year old would take Batman Forever because it's probably the more kid friendly movie. But I was like, no, I want this one. Like, this is the one for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, I shouldn't have probably been watching it at the age I was, and I certainly shouldn't have liked it, or I should have found it scary. And I think I did find it scary, but I don't know. I just absolutely loved it nonetheless. But yeah, there are some bits in it that are quite scary. I always remember the bit where, watching it as a kid, when Michelle Pfeiffer, when she has her like breakdown in her apartment and she just starts trashing it, that terrified me as a kid. But I still couldn't take my eyes off it. I was like, I've got to see where this goes because it's just unbelievable. And Yeah, yeah. I could talk about this film for hours, really. I just absolutely love it. My favorite Batman film, my favorite Michael Keaton film, my favorite Tim Burton film. Yeah, it's my number one.
I do. I agree with what you said. I do love that movie. It's one I grew up with. I actually saw Batman Forever and Batman and Robin at the cinema when they came out.
Yeah.
So it was one of those because I'd seen the first two on VHS. When I say VHS, they were taped off the TV onto blank VCR tape, VHS tapes, and I used to just watch them over and over and over again.
Yeah,
and Batman Forever was probably. I never used to watch the two back to back. I'd have to be in the mood to watch them as one. Whereas nowadays, I always watch the two of them together. I can watch all four together, but there's times where I can just watch Batman Returns and stop.
Yeah,
because just to get that Tim Burton vibe or that Michael Keaton vibe.
Yeah,
and I just love that movie. I've got so many memories watching it growing up as a kid. It being such a dark film as well compared to the first one. There's just some savage scenes in it.
Yeah.
The nose bite is just fucking awful.
Yeah.
It's out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And it's just grim. I remember that scene that you said where there's kind of like two scenes the same where she comes home from work.
Yeah.
And it's her like little routine.
Yeah.
And then it happens. There's like a before and after. There's like one where she's Selena Kyle and then one where she's Catwoman.
Yeah.
She comes home and I remember like being a kid just being like, I can see what the movie's doing here.
Yeah.
And that scene where she just completely trashes her apartment or wherever it is and then just sort of builds that Catwoman suit.
Yeah.
And it's so amazing. The whole hell here with the neon lights and then the scene outside where she stood there and all the cats are outside. It's just so good. It just looks amazing, that movie.
Yeah, I think the film is cleverer than people give it credit for. I think like some people, I know some people don't like it because they find it too weird or they think parts of it are silly. Like say like, when the Penguin dies at the end and then his Penguins like give him like a little funeral procession and stuff, and people say it's silly and stuff, but it's like you're watching Batman. It's like just I don't really know how you can just say that's silly, but then a guy dressing up as a bat isn't silly or something. It's like you're watching Batman. But yeah, I just think it's just got some great like elements to it. Forgot to mention Christopher Walken as well. He's kind of like the sort of the secondary villain, but
he's the movie's secret weapon in my opinion. He makes an already great movie even better, I think, as Max Shrek.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's great in the film. Like he has some great lines in it as well.
Yeah,
when he's like, I think Bruce Wayne's in that sort of boardroom with him, and he's like, "Oh, I see, like Gotham's got a power surplus," and he's like, "Surplus, Bruce, no such thing. Shame on you," and all this. Yeah. I love all that, and then he's such an evil bastard in that film. The way he treats Selena Kyle.
Yeah,
like she finds out that his power plant is draining Gotham more so than generating power for it, and he's like my power plant, what I leave behind for Chip. It's my legacy. Nothing must prevent that.
Yeah,
and then he just pushes her out the window like out of nowhere. And
it's horrible.
Yeah, he's horrible. He has such a great death though. Such a great death in the movie.
Yeah, he does.
But I just love, even though how bleak the storyline is, because this is Tim Burton going full Tim Burton.
Yeah.
About the Penguin wants to become mayor, it doesn't work, and then he sort of wants to steal all the firstborn sons of Gotham, kill them all. That doesn't work, so then he just decides, right, I'm going to fucking kill everyone.
Yeah.
and it's just bleak, but yeah, I remember it scaring the shit out of me as a kid.
Yeah,
when he comes out that water and he's just got blood coming out of his nose and mouth, and it's like, holy fuck.
Yeah, I love that whole ending. Like literally from that bit, I absolutely adore the ending of the film, and I love the last scene when it's like Bruce in the car with Alfred, and he stops because he thinks he's seen Catwoman, and then it's just the black cat, and he just like picks it up and brings it back to the car, and I don't know what it is. It's just like a very sort of somber, like kind of sad ending, but it's almost like kind of sweet as well. I don't know.
It's bittersweet because you kind of feel bad for him because after what happens with Max Shrek, he still goes and looks for her, but he can't find her.
Yeah,
and he's that's when the sort of the penguin comes up and distracts him, but she kind of gets away, and you don't know where she's gone.
Yeah,
and you kind of sort of sees a shadow of her at the end, but then he goes and picks up the black cat, and it's like all goodwill to men. He says, "And women."
Yeah, I just love that. I love that quote at the end, and then just like it pulls the curtain over Michael Keaton's tenure as Batman.
Yeah,
but
I'll say this as well. There's one glaring mistake in the movie, which once you see it, you can't unsee it, and everyone talks about it. It's the same mistake, but I still kind of like the movie in spite of it. And it's where he rips the mask off and his eyes. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. But I still love that little mistake is in there. But,
I guess there was no way for them to get around it because I guess he's obviously got, like makeup around his eyes, but then he has to like, take the mask off.
You have to take the mask off, but it's just there's no getting around it. There's no getting around it, but it kind of adds to the movie for me.
Yeah,
I kind of still like it, but once you can't unsee it once you've seen it. It's just one of those. But it's just it's such a rewatchable film for me. But I know not everyone loves it the same. I can't really say much more about it than that. I just love the movie.
Yeah, I know. Like, I know for a lot of people, it's not necessarily a great Batman movie, and I think like of Keaton's two films, like the first one is the better Batman movie.
Yeah,
for me, Returns is the better movie, but I know not everyone's going to agree with that. But yeah, that's my stance on it. And yeah, it's my number one, as I've already said.
Yeah, it is. We could talk about it forever, but it's no pun intended. But yeah, it's just such a fun movie. I enjoy, but I get why people don't like it as well. It's one of those sort of required taste movies, I think, where it's Tim Burton going full throttle, and you're either gonna love his stuff or hate his stuff.
Yeah,
I think, but both of us, we love it. So there was the big hoo-ha. I suppose this is linking back to the founder as well, but there was the big hoo-ha with McDonald's in that movie, with the toy sales, because it was like, I think there was supposed to be a deal with McDonald's, and McDonald's saw the movie, and it was pretty much unmarketable for them to put toys together for the film. But yeah, it's one of those movies that I just absolutely love, and I can watch it any time of the year. It's just such a great movie for me. Love it. Yeah. So yeah, that's your number one, Batman Returns. Right, so my number one was your number three, and it is Batman, or Batman 89 as it's now known. I fucking hate calling it that. Batman 89. Just Batman. Just Batman. I love this movie that much. I can't even remember the first time I saw it. It's always been in my memory. It's always been engraved there. I have no recollection of sitting down and watching this for the first time. I was so I was so impressed with it. I loved the cartoon. Like, anyone who knows me knows that that's my favorite show of all time. The cartoon, and you can see where that show took heavy inspiration from this film. And yeah, everyone, again, the protests were there against Michael Keaton for being Batman. And I'm so glad that this movie shut people up and kind of said, like, no, he can act. He can be this role in the movie. We haven't mentioned it yet as well, but we both saw this and Batman Returns special screening, didn't we?
Yeah.
And there was like a Q&A with one of the extras in the movie.
Yeah.
And it was an absolute blast that day. It was just so good. Because that kind of felt full circle for me, because I'd seen Batman Forever and Batman and Robin at the cinema, but I hadn't seen the first two.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like it was a decent sized screen as well. We were watching it on.
Yeah.
It was just, what a great experience. It was such a fun day. People were dressed up as Batman characters and stuff. And yeah, it was just such a fun day. It was, really enjoyed it. And yeah, I don't know what else I can say about this movie. I absolutely love it. Jack Nicholson is on point as the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Keaton is on point as Batman and Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Kim Basinger, who's absolutely stunning in this movie at times. Yeah, she's great in the movie. I just love it. I love all the supporting characters in it. I love the story.
Yeah.
I love the mayor in this, who's absolutely hell bent on having a 200-year anniversary. For this for the city's anniversary. But he's like there's people getting shot and dying. He's like, I don't care. I want hot dogs. I want balloons. I want the whole shabelle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, and then you see how gutted he is. He's like, we simply can't guarantee public safety.
Yeah.
We cancel the events. But then the Joker obviously has his own plans and has his own anniversary with all the balloons at the end. I love that. That at the end when he just turns up on the giant cake. Just the Prince music. What a great set piece that is at the end. We just come through. He's dumping all the cash.
Yeah.
The only way I can talk about this with how much I love it is just talk about the individual scenes, how much I love them and they mean to me. And that creepy scene as well, where Joker's just had the plastic surgery.
Yeah.
It's great. He's like, mirror, mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love it. Is that you, Sugar Bobs? Who the hell are you? Yeah. Jack is great in it as well.
Yeah. There's so many great moments in it that are just like, become part of pop culture. Like you mentioned that scene where he's asking for the mirror, like The Simpsons have parodied it, and it's been done loads of times. It's just got some great moments in it.
Yeah. I just don't know what else to say about it. It's just a must-watch superhero movie.
Yeah.
And when people say to me, what's your favorite movie of all time? My mind jumps to this, but I can't quite get it over the line and say it is, because I've never really had a favorite movie of all time.
Yeah.
Because I've just seen that many, and I enjoy different movies for different reasons on different levels. But this might be a close contender for it, just because of how much I've watched it. It's no exaggeration saying I've watched this hundreds of times. There's no exaggeration. It probably might be the movie I've watched the most in my entire collection.
Yeah.
I just adore this movie.
Yeah. I think I think there's just something about that film and Batman Returns. Like Tim Burton just got it. He just
got it. He nailed it.
How to do a Batman film, and it's just a testament. Like there are lots of people out there who love both films, or the first one or the second one, whatever. But Tim Burton just got it, and it's just such a shame that he wasn't able to do a third one. Just because the studio kind of cried their eyes out at Batman Returns, and they got a bit soft with it. But because it would have been interesting to see what they'd done, and maybe we might have even seen Michael Keaton come back for a third one as well. But it is what it is. Yeah,
you can definitely tell when you watch Batman Forever that is a tonal course correction from Batman Returns. It's so much more kid friendly, that movie. To Batman Returns. But the only bad thing I'd say about this set is the fucking steelbook is terrible. What the fuck is that?
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing there is an image on it, but it just looks like
very subtle. It's fucking gash, this fucking set.
Yeah.
The steelbook. You can see that just about make out the Joker on the back.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's unforgivable. That.
Yeah.
that is terrible.
Yeah.
But having said that, I do like some of the other stuff you get in here, like the bookmarks and the art
Yeah.
cards and the booklets are great. But
Yeah.
I had to own this special edition because it's just a movie I love and I watch regularly.
Yeah.
I watch this movie at least 10 times a year.
Yeah.
I think I may have watched it about 6 already this year.
Yeah.
To be honest, because I love it. I love it that much. I've definitely watched it twice this month already, but
yeah.
Yeah.
Want to give a special shout out as well to Michael Gough, who plays Alfred as well. Like, he'll always be my Alfred, because obviously, he didn't just do these 2 films, he did the other 2. And I know people like Michael Caine and everything, and he was great as Alfred, but I don't know. For me, Michael Gough, he was my Alfred as a kid. I just thought he was great in it. Another great sort of cast member in both, well, I guess all 4 of the Burton and Schumacher films.
Yeah. No, everyone's great in this movie. Everyone's on
Angle as well as
Billy D. Williams as Harvey Dent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just great. I love the stuff as well where the newscasters it's reporting on the Joker and one of them starts laughing and that just gets creepy because of the whole the Joker's plan with all the makeup and stuff.
Yeah.
And the faces on them are just terrifying.
Yeah.
And they've got that smile.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, with that scene, it always went over my head how, the next time you see the news reporters, they've got, no makeup on and anything. And the hair's a mess. And as a kid, that went over my head. But now, when you watch it as an adult, you're like, oh, I get it, because they can't wear makeup, blah, blah, and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It just has so many quotable lines as well. Like, do you ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight and never rub another man's rhubarb?
Yeah.
That scene might be one of my favorite scenes in the movie where they're at Vicky Vale's apartment and Bruce Wayne's having that talk with the Joker.
Yeah.
But
great scene. Yeah.
It's just everything's so good about it.
Yeah. I sometimes see people criticize not just this film, but maybe Batman Returns as well, where they say that the villains kind of overshadow Batman in it. But it's I don't know, I feel like that's always the case with Batman, because the villains are always these very colourful characters, and Batman is meant to be this sort of mysterious, in the shadows type thing, character who you're not really supposed to see him all that much. And I think it just kind of makes the film better, really. I've never really understood that criticism, but yeah, I guess it's just to people's tastes, I suppose.
The trouble is, for me, Batman has, in my opinion, Batman has the greatest rogues gallery of all time.
Yeah.
He has the best villains ever. Second, I'd say probably Spider-Man. But there's just so many great villains that haven't even made their way onto the big screen yet as well.
Yeah.
That they haven't even used yet. But yeah, his plethora of villains they're all so good.
Yeah.
And that's why I love Batman the animated series, because every villain in that is just a great character in their own right.
Yeah.
And they have their own backstories, and that's why they're so good. And the Joker's always been not just one of Batman's best villains, but one of the best villains ever.
Yeah.
And you don't know his unpredictability and all of that stuff with him, and he just makes the movie so good. Jack Nicholson playing the Joker in this. A lot of people would say Heath Ledger's their favorite. Don't get me wrong, fucking amazing job.
Yeah.
But for me, Jack Nicholson's my favorite Joker. Outside of Mark Hamill, but he's my favorite live action Joker.
Yeah. And when you have the likes of Jack Nicholson playing the Joker, he's always going to overshadow every other cast member, just because of the type of actor he is and the type of character that he's playing. So, yeah.
But I think what I'm saying is, when I say it's my number one Keaton movie, is it just ticks so many boxes for me. It's so rewatchable. I have the nostalgia for it. It still holds up. I just used to watch this over and over and over again as a kid. I watch it over and over and over as an adult as well. But it's just my go-to Michael Keaton movie for that reason, and I just absolutely love it. And it's my number one. And I can't dispute you having Returns as your number one either, because for me that is a good follow-up.
Yeah, they're both perfect films. But you just I suppose you've got to like one more than the other. We're just
We're the other way round, but we both have Beetlejuice sandwiched in between.
Yeah, because you can't deny Beetlejuice.
No, you can't.
As well. Yeah, all three of them are just, they are like the holy grail Michael Keaton films, like those three films.
Yeah, they're all Tim Burton films as well. Ironically, but yeah, I just adore it. It's my number one. It was easy. It was when I said let's do top 10 Michael Keaton, I wrote this down as number one immediately, and then just work backwards. Like I always do that with every list, but I knew this was going to be my number one.
Yeah,
it just was for me. But yeah, those are our number ones. Your number one, Batman Returns. My number one, Batman. So, what a discussion that was. Absolutely love that.
Yep.
Yeah, that brings us to the end of the video, guys. So yeah, I just want to say a big thank you to Mike for joining me again on this one. Should have said this at the beginning again, but I'll leave a link to Mike's channel down below. Please go over and check him out if you haven't done so already. And yeah, just want to thank you again, Mike, for joining me on my pick for Michael Keaton.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me on. It's been great having a good chat about the legend that is Michael Keaton.
One of our favorite actors. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, nope. I'll leave the video there, guys, and just say thanks everyone for watching again, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.
Yep.